So I forgot that when you fly into Long Beach, you actually walk off the plane onto the pretty much tarmac. But yeah, this is my ride. Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Noel and this is my next rental. I just arrived here at Long Beach Airport in California, and as you can see, I just came back from my trip in Hawaii where we had an event there for 4 days long at the Sheraton Waikiki. Amazing event, I had so much fun. And my next rental is a 2023 Ford Bronco. Let's do this. I'm so excited. Okay, so this is day one with my Ford Bronco. Now, it is a Ford Bronco Sport. This is the baby. Let me show you guys around. So, this is it. And the number one thing from driving from Long Beach Airport to Mission Viejo in Orange County is the visibility in this thing is incredible. Like, I was able to see everything going around me. And because it has the short, kind of very almost vertical windows as opposed to like very slanted windshield that a lot of cars have, visibility is very, very nice. And one thing a lot of people don't take into consideration is when you have a car that has a long slanted windshield, when you're looking through glass at that angle, it tends to mess with your vision a little bit. And I know a lot of people don't think about it, but having a windshield that is more direct, you can see through the glass much nicer versus at an angle. Like if you ever wear glasses and when you're taking it off or when you're putting it on at that angle, everything kind of like warped around. That's what happened with your windshield. But this thing is really cool. It's really awesome. So it's a bit dirty. I picked it up last night around 9:30, and really in the middle of the night I didn't really get a chance to look around it and see all those things. So this is a Big Ben edition. You can see the side have had quite a lot of scratch. It had over 38,000 miles on it, so it's been rented quite a lot, but nevertheless it's still pretty awesome. I like the size. The size is very manageable, and being that it's so boxy, you can put a lot of things inside. There's not really a lot of loss of space based on the design, and I am taller than it, so that is pretty cool. I like this aspect where the roof kind of dipped down, so when you're sitting in the car, the back seat has this hump that allows you more storage space and head space for your passenger. It's a feature that I think is really cool. Right now it's full of suitcases, but when you look in here, you can see that hump, and that is very useful. So the people in the back seat are sitting higher than the driver and everything, and that is a cool view as a passenger sitting in the back seat. The other features about the Bronco, which is a signature Bronco feature that I like about this, is the fact that you can open the glass separate to the trunk. Down here you have the two. To the left it says glass, to the right you see door. So if you use that, this part opens up where, I mean, if you have dogs, surfboard, ski, anything like that, if you're buying a long 2x4s from Home Depot, you have this space, which is nice size to have things sticking out. That is a feature that a lot of cars don't have nowadays. That is really, for me, it's very useful. So this model is a completely keyless. So right here you have this little thing that shows it's a keyless entry. So I just put my hand inside and it's unlocked. You have the code on the door. One thing that it does is this little thing right here, which is a little glitchy, but kind of gives you you get the idea. Push to start. Gauges, basic, easy to read. All the options here on the screen, as you can tell. Everything here is pretty normal, easy to find, easy to read. Again, what I was saying about the visibility, this thing is amazing. You see everything. That is my favorite part. Okay, so this is a wrap up of my rental, the 2023 Ford Bronco Big Bend Edition. Now, I was supposed to have returned it at LAX, but ended up driving it all the way back to Vegas. So I got a much longer ride with it than my last rental. Let's go around the other side and let's look at some of the features on the dashboard and see the difference and what's going on. There are a few things I don't like about the center console. The first one is this shifter. Now, I love it more the way Dodge have it is up here, a little bit away from any cup of coffee, water, or could be you, could be the passenger, literally spill something over this electrical system. And I don't know how much this costs, but I feel like that's something that happens a lot. So I would rather this have been somewhere else. Now, the other thing as well that I noticed when I was driving is from drive to bring it back, there's not like a push down and then turn, or you can literally switch it back and forth freely without any kind of release mechanism like when you're driving that will prevent you from going back accidentally. So that makes me very, very uncomfortable. It's kind of like the push to start where people are like, if I'm driving and I accidentally press it, what would happen? But this one, I did not trust the car to not let me do it, so I just did not. But it was way too easily moved back and forth. Like, I wish that I had to push it down to kind of click it when I needed to move it back. Down here, it does have a Qi wireless charging to the left. To the right, it has a traditional 12-volt USB-C and a regular USB that connect to the CarPlay on that screen right here, which is touchscreen. It's a nice screen, pretty basic, nothing too crazy. I like it. I like the space here that I can put my wallet or a couple things here underneath the screen. I think it's a really cool idea. This version actually had the sunroof, so it had the moonroof right here. Now, compared to a lot of cars, even the fabric needs to be moved back with the button. You can't just like pull it back and then you move. No, everything is with that. So interesting design. Sunglasses holder, pretty basic, but very, very user friendly, and like in places that they make sense, except for this. This does not make sense. Should not be here. Should be put somewhere else. Like, put it over here if you need to. But down here next to the cup holder, that's a no-no. Here's your GOAT, greatest of all time mode. I didn't get a chance to use it, but I'm pretty sure this does a lot of cool stuff. Given that it's a Bronco, so that makes sense. Like I mentioned yesterday about the hump back there for the head of the passengers, another thing I realized back here is behind the seat, there's like a little pocket that is built in. So it doesn't have the traditional, net. It actually has a zipper. I think that is really, really cool to keep your stuff hidden when you're not in the car. And down here, it has this kind of net situation where you can hook things. Like, I think that's very, very useful. Good on Ford for that. I think these two features being back here like standard is pretty cool. On the side of the driver's seat, I just realized from being back here, there's also a pocket where you can slide something on both sides, driver and passenger. Really, really accessible, useful features. Down here, USB-C and a USB charger. Vent circulation, traditional, nothing too crazy. But back here looks like there's a lot of space. Really cool. From back here, it is a very nice car. Like, the boxy shape makes the inside very user friendly. You can fit a lot of stuff in here, and putting the chairs down, it's even bigger. So my next rental, 2023 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend Edition, it's a plus. Definitely, if you get to rent this car, you will not be disappointed. One of my favorite things about this car is the visibility. You can see everything from the driver's seat. Like the windows, the way the windows are like a sharp angle down, I like them a lot. Like, it's really cool. Down back here you have hooks, and oh, there's a light. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. So back here you have a light, and when you turn it on, under the tailgate, you have these two lights that are really, really bright. Look at that. Look how much light that gives you. That is, oh, that is great. So on top of having the light inside of the trunk, like this one, like most cars have, a tiny one that really does anything. When you push that button, it gives you two light at the bottom of the tailgate that is so bright and direct really well where you need it to be. That is, was not expecting that, but that is good. To the other side, you have a 12-volt cigarette lighter for any outdoors activity. Let's see what's underneath here. Okay. A full-size spare with your jack and your tools, which looks like some people have used in the past. They have a breakfast menu from somewhere they have visited. It doesn't have the address, so I don't know where they went. It doesn't seem any of these have been used as far as the tire, but the tools seem to have, because it's kind of thrown back there. All right, let's turn this back off. So this is my experience living with the 2023 Ford Bronco Big Bend Edition Sport for 2 days, driving it, picking up from Long Beach and driving it all the way to Las Vegas. Until the next one. Oh, let's do a Bronco front end. There you go. You can't feature the Bronco and not show the Bronco. I think that signature headlight situation is pretty cool. And on that note,